How should you split your time as a business owner? Hi, I'm Natalie Lucier, your business strategist and digital visionary, and you're watching Off the Charts, where we help you reimagine what's possible in your business. How do you decide what to spend your time on when you have so many competing things to do in your business? So I recently received this question about how I balance my time between daily and weekly activities, big projects, and also education. First, I'll tackle how I handle my education, which is consistently and usually as a means of relaxation. I read roughly one book a week on average per year, and I also recently started listening to more podcasts while I'm out and about walking. Those are both great ways to get educated on business topics, and for me, they're both pretty relaxing too. I'm also continuously learning through online programs and by attending live events and workshops. And for those, I usually set aside a chunk of time where I know I'll be focusing on that aspect of my business. So this brings me to the big projects and how I allocate them on my schedule. I like to set only one major focus or big project per quarter for both myself and my team. I like to think about this as the seasons of your business. In the winter, you do one thing, in the spring, one other, summer and fall each get their own focus too. Now, to see how these bigger projects end up on my weekly and daily task lists, we need to look at how I structure the rest of the activities on a day-to-day basis. I allocate about 20% of my time creating new content for the Off the Charts video show, doing guest posts, and other keep the ship running type of content. The difference in how I do it is that I'm usually batching all of these activities. So I'll spend one day or 1 week working on all the content for a specific project like this. What I like about batching is that it saves on context switching. And once you're into the writing groove, it's so much easier to keep going than to switch between different tasks. I like to slot the most important activities in my business and the things that I know I can't skimp on first, so that I know how much time is left for those other things like networking or just thinking up new creative projects. I also want to mention that before I created the Daring Business Cultivator, I was spending a lot more time talking to potential clients, following up, and having sales conversations. Now, if that's you and you're still looking for clients on a regular basis, I have some great advice that I have to share from my friend Nisha Moodley. She says that if you have an ideal number of clients per month or per week, you should schedule them into your calendar. And then if you don't have a client for a specific hour, you should use that time to actually get a client. So that means you're not spending time on your blogging or checking your email or anything like that. You're spending that time talking to potential clients, finding potential clients, and doing whatever it takes to get people into that slot. So this technique is practically guaranteed to have you with a full roster and maybe even a waiting list as you talk to more and more people who might be interested in working with you. But you need to be really honest with yourself. You don't want to waste those times in your calendar because they're meant to be for getting new clients. So don't go to the spa or do something completely different. You should be focusing. It's time for you to do your own check-in for where your priorities are in your business and how much time you're spending on the different things that you do. Now I'm really curious. I want to know. Leave a comment below and tell me what's the one thing that you spend the most time on in your business. And then as a follow-up question, is it in your zone of genius? And if not, we'll talk more about how to help you get there. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up on YouTube, and also make sure that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you don't miss any upcoming episodes of Off the Charts. You'll also want to head over to 30daylistbuildingchallenge.com and sign up for the free challenge. It's going to show you exactly how you can build your list more in the next 30 days than you have in the last 3 months.